Got a little bit of juice on it, this thing.
Yeah, from back here, this is the best sounding driving iron of the day. He launches good, 90 feet in the air. Long.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. 3 major championships down this year, Michael. We have 1 remaining. This feels like a bit of a shame. We're only in mid-June.
Goes too quick.
I like it. I'm campaigning for the PGA to go back to August.
I agree, 100%.
Definitely. That May slot is not working for me. You?
No, it's too early. And yeah, it feels like the season's almost coming to an end.
I like it. But as we transition into the summer season, golfers do start to think about different options. Courses tend to play a little more firm, a little more fast. And that takes some of the more lofted clubs, the need for some of the more lofted clubs out of hands. We have some driving irons to test today, Mikey. 5 of the top ones that we've picked out for this coming year.
Srixon, PXG, TaylorMade, Wilson, and the Mizuno Fli-Hi.
Well done, well done. I'm going to have to bail you out in that last one. 5 of what we think are the best. Some of them we've actually hit before. The Srixon one especially is loved across all sort of types of golfers. The TaylorMade, we are including the new P7 UDI.
Yep.
What do you think? We'd have to help me out there,
I think we remember the names.
And obviously this guy, which I've definitely got my eyes on, the new Wilson staff.
Just no eyes on anything. This is a test, not a fitting for you.
You just never know. Listen, go out on a group date and sometimes you just strike a romance. Sometimes you just strike a chemistry.
You will.
That's what happens in here.
You'll be building a driving iron after this. I can sense it.
Never know. So 5 to test, Mikey. We are on the 3rd hole. The short par 4 here at Pinehurst, number 2. Lots of driving irons. I have to say, I love nothing more than watching the best players in the world just zip a long iron off a tee.
Stingers, everything.
And nobody does it better, to this day,
And Tiger Woods.
I tell you. Him hitting that 3rd tee shot was honestly my favourite golf of the week, just watching him, how good he is. Every day, just absolutely striped one off the tee. Watching Matt Fitzpatrick hit little low hooks and Zalatoris flare them to the right, and the big cat just standing up there, laced a P772 iron just right down there.
That's why he's the best.
He is the GOAT. Okay, we're going to start off. What will you tell me?
We start off with Wilson.
Okay.
Good luck. Okay, Fraz, 3rd hole. You're starting with the Wilson. We'll note how these are tagged on the system are 1 iron, 2 iron, 3 iron, 4 iron, and 5 iron, just for tagging purposes. Built to your specs, Modus 120X, 18 degrees aloft. Yeah,
they're not all the same. We've got some with some graphite design. We've got some with some Ventus blue. Obviously, we've got some different shafts going on in here, but we're looking at the heads.
Yeah.
We'll maybe make a little comment about shafts. Do you want to be steel? Do you want to be graphite? The lengths of these are all the same. They're all 18 degrees aloft. So, yeah, I think it's a very fair test, but I think it's worth talking about steel over graphite. Do we have any other steel over there? Just one?
We've got one more. Mizuno.
There you go. All right. How do you like an iron off a tee?
No. Not good. No, I'll skip that one.
In a par 3?
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. All right, let's zip a few of these away. Channel your inner tiger, come on. Don't embarrass him. First proper one.
Strike.
But you're peak height under 80 feet.
Yeah. Nearly 230 carry, kind of 250 total is what you're expecting of this 18 degree.
Yeah, I'd be happy. Yeah, I'd be happy 240 to 250 with after run.
Yeah. When watching the golf on the weekend, heard a lot of chatter about like the, kind of peak height players were hitting some stuff. They did a piece on Rory. The first tee shot he hit was like 38 feet in the air, something like that. Then the next one was 120 feet. And then after that, it was another like 40-footer, different tee shots that he said. Amazing. With a driving iron like this, is like 70 to 80 feet what you want?
Yeah, I think just by nature of the center of gravity being higher and further forward, right? So we get into hybrid territory, the body comes out to probably here, the profile sits down a little bit, so projects that that launch angle, that dynamic loft much, much higher, whereas here it's going to project it so much flatter. So yeah, that's why you go to this at this time of year.
Right.
You know, windy conditions in the winter time, well, you don't get the advantage of having the run out to play one of these things. You have to work around that. But when the courses firm up a little bit, you can then start to play with your trajectory. It's more advantageous to manage peak height than it is even to manage launch angle or spin when it comes to hitting it into the wind. So you really want to make sure you're hitting it at the right height. I just haven't hit either of those particularly solid yet, Mikey, but not bad results out the gates.
The Wilson sounds good.
Does. Sounds
Looks
good,
okay.
feels good.
They're decent strike.
Not bad, yeah.
Now, driving iron, let's say for your game, do you want something strictly, you put a driving iron in the bag for off the tee, or would you ever try to hit this into a green
I don't.
par 5?
That's the thing, Mikey. Like I've always said this with loft. Like I can very easily hit it at 110 feet with
Okay.
a club that I can hit at 74 with. Yeah, a little bit higher if you need to.
Yeah.
The launch angle, that was probably 100-ish feet.
Good strike.
Yeah, just a wee bit low, Healy, but it's fine. It's the right idea, the right shape.
Hey, Fred, good start with the Wilson. You're able to show that you can obviously play it as low and as high as you want. It's pretty versatile for a 2-iron.
Yeah.
Into the TaylorMade PUDI new this year. A couple weeks ago. It's come out to the market.
About that.
Nicer profile, I think, on this guy from their previous models. But you've played this one a couple times now, right?
Yeah, it's hard going.
Yeah.
It's very flat. I mean, I hit it actually when we were at the range last week, and yeah, just it's got the low flight in it, really low.
Okay.
This one has some real speed to it.
I'm gonna say that was 101 club. I mean, you were kind of around like 99, 97 with the Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Quick right out of the gates.
Yep.
This driving iron sounds fast.
Yeah, it's
I know
good.
that might be a silly thing for people to hear, and we've joked in the past, oh, that sounds fast. But you can...
That kind of metallic sound to it, doesn't it?
Driver face.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Strike?
Yeah, that was nice.
I feel like this one can have a freak ball in it.
It's got more in it, it does. Ball speeds are quicker. Clubhead speeds 101. I feel like clubhead speeds maybe a miler.
Yeah,
quicker,
mile and
but
a bit faster.
Yeah, the ball speed with this one really can get up there. I think we'll see a few of these at Troon in a month's time, Mikey. Definitely, it's a good feeling club.
Okay, Fries, Mizuno Fli-Hi, built with a Oban 100.
Yeah, this was actually built with the intent of me playing it.
Right, precisely built, good quality. Fli-Hi, now you've hit the Wilson, you've hit the TaylorMade. So far, you're looking down at the Mizuno, obviously you've kind of played that in a way. Anything you like the look of more so far?
I like the look of the Wilson. I really did. I mean, obviously the TaylorMade's a rocket ship.
Yeah.
But I like the look of the Wilson. Okay. But I've always liked the look of this too. That's a lot of draw.
Yeah. That was a good swing.
Yeah.
Two really good strikes. Okay, Fraz, into I would call it a fitter's favorite for us anyways up here, Srixon utility iron.
Always a good one.
Yeah.
Anything to do with irons, Srixon do well. This is the high spin one of them all, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Not bad. Okay, Fraz, PXG 0317X, last driving iron of the test.
Good looking.
Yeah, clean. We've had this one kicking around the shop for a little bit. I know I've had customers hit it that kind of are in that realm of driving iron. I like this thing. It looks really good.
Yeah. Tensei AV 85X. An AV white. Yeah, no, this one, I really like the look of it. It's a little bit of a kind of lower profile head.
Fraction longer heel to toe.
I think it certainly looks that way. I'm not, yeah, maybe, yeah. But I think the kind of squat height of it would certainly give you that impression as well.
That was nice.
It's got a little bit of juice on it, this thing.
Yeah, from back here, this is the best sounding driving iron of the day.
It's
fastest club head speed out of this PXG. Launch is good, 90 feet in the air. Long.
It might be what I'd say so far, like feel-wise, probably does feel the best.
Yeah. How'd that feel?
Good, really good.
The carry on this thing's nuts.
Bit more, isn't it?
Yeah.
So where we saw, like I felt like we saw the Srixon like mid to lower launch and spun up a little bit. This one is faster and it spins a bit less.
Yeah. 104 club. That's quick. You look comfortable with it, like you could hit multiple different shots and a little bit more utility around the course.
Yeah, no, this has been the most point and shoot I've been with any of them, I would say. Okay, let's look over here. Let's look at ball data first, Mikey. Pretty close across the board. Obviously, Wilson, I think as I was warming up, maybe get the raw end of the ball speed average just because you're kind of maybe warming into it a little bit. Certainly by the end of it, I kind of had some more speed going. If we kind of see club head speed, yeah, it was moving in that direction. So it wasn't as efficient as the PXG. The PXG felt light.
Interesting. Okay.
Which, to be fair, you know, one of the shafts, this one, the Wilson, had a 120 gram shaft. This had an 85 gram shaft.
TaylorMade was 95. So yeah, different weights for sure.
Yep. So, which is fine. You know, we're not really judging it by, you know, which one went the furthest anyway. I think just their individual launch characteristics are what's very interesting. Over here in the peak, we talked about it being quite kind of flat with Wilson, very flat with TaylorMade. TaylorMade was 1 degree stronger than the others.
Correct. Yeah.
So it's 17 degrees on that one. It is a little bit, if we, again, look at sort of dynamic loft, it is a degree less, which is where we're getting that from.
And your launch and spin with that PXG, highest launch.
Yeah, I just wanted to behave that way.
Yeah.
Just that's the way it was. And I think that's that shallower profile, Mikey. I think, you know, bringing that CG down a little bit Does have quite a wide sole versus maybe some of the kind of taller CG forward heads.
And obviously we're hitting tee shots, so you see your peak height averages, 94 feet in the air, but an iron that you could probably play around with no issues.
Without a doubt. Yeah, that's an iron that could go in the bag and be a pleasure to hit, in all honesty. It really was nice. But yeah, the standout one as a driving iron, like a penetrating one, was definitely the UDI.
Yeah, TaylorMade.
Yep, coming in the flattest angle of descent, the lowest peak height, and as quick as any in ball speed. So that's your flat runner, high ball flight hitters, players who play in Scotland, Ireland, anywhere really windy. That's a really nice one. For somebody who maybe wants a driving iron but kind of maybe struggles with a bit of apex, PXG.
Yeah, placement club for PXG.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. And then I think you see Srixon, Wilson, and Mizuno somewhat kind of, obviously launch angle 10.9, 10.8, 10.8. 30 could round up 36, 32, 32, height in the mid 80s. They're doing about the same thing.
Absolutely.
Right, give or take. As I say, I think the Wilson having the Modus 120, some people will like that, an extension of the iron set, less of a standalone utility iron. But as far as 5 go as options, those are 5 really good ones.
Yeah, they're probably definitely the top 5 for us. And that PXG, in my opinion, from standing back here. I mean, if you want something that launches a bit, not as quite low as obviously the TaylorMade, that PXG is going to place you around a golf course all day long. Yeah,
it was a pleasure to hit. Very similar delivery, a couple of degrees from the inside, 2 to 3 degrees down on it, low dynamic loft. I mean, that's the delivery you want on a driving iron, effectively. That's obviously going to lean you and lend itself to these flatter flights come the summer months.
Definitely.
Good stuff. Cool. Okay, guys, it's a bit of a niche market. It's a bit of a, for a specific player. We definitely wouldn't be telling everyone to rush out and play a driving iron. I think if you get a chance to try a demo day or a driving iron, just to see if it's something that fits your delivery. Typically, shallower deliveries, higher ball flight players will do quite well. Again, center of gravity being a little higher, a little further forward will mean that launch angle is a bit flatter and the spin's a bit more down. So someone that, maybe can control their apex.
Totally.
Good stuff. All right, guys, let us know if you're interested in any of these driving irons, utility irons. We'd love to hear if this is something that's, you'd consider for your own bag. I do think it's a bit niche, but for those of you who have deeper or more questions and sort of want to dive a little bit deeper into it, please leave questions below. We're happy to dive in and help you guys with any more questions with that. So stay tuned for more, and we'll see you again soon.